And after all is said and done, brother, it is about love. It is about love.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever can increase our love is what I want. The intensity of choice, the power of choice.
Yes.
And the power of belief. If you actually have the belief that you can do something, and coupled with love, who knows, you actually might make it into a whole nother realm of reality. And though you are dead, you are yet living like you are alive.
Yeah, that's a good line.
I believe it is this great consciousness we all take part in. And we have eternity in our hearts. And somewhere in the future, the consciousness is telling me now what will occur or how to step into the future. You know, free your mind, to free your mind. In a way, it's strange for me. I've never thought of this before, so it's just coming out stream of consciousness. I've sort of found that there isn't a way, there just an is. In the beginning was the word, and in Greek that's the logos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been fascinated by that, and for me now I understand it. It is not a man, it is not me, it is the information. And I find it very prophetic. Once you have just one idea, or as Jesus would say, a mustard seed of faith.
Right.
I said to my little brother Jordan, I says, you know, I kind of miss that adrenaline infatuation I had when I was a teenager. And I believe this happens to everyone. You know, sometimes for some reason you'll just think of somebody.
Right.
It happened last Wednesday for me. I was thinking of a friend, and the next moment that friend called. If you ever look at the Bushmen from Africa or something like that,
sure,
you never get this sense that there's inequality or there's a power struggle. And I found that kind of limiting. I always thought there could be an infinite number of dimensions, but there's only 11, but there are an infinite number of universes. So that's comforting. Seriously, I really don't think there's an end to growth. That seriously, you can always find another area in your life that can expand.
For sure.
And you can develop and become something even greater. And as long as you're willing to go back into the chrysalis stage at times, as long as you're willing to humble yourself, like say we're in 3 dimensions or something like that. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm going to take you through another dimension. I think I'm taking you on a path, right?
Right.
And I'm traveling through time. And each time you do that, like if you ever look at a 4-dimensional cube, or it looks like it's called a hypercube, or a hypersphere. I think that's either in the 5th dimension or it's in the 4th dimension. But if you want to look in the 4th dimension with a 3rd-dimensional tool, you look at cubism. Cubism is actually Picasso's attempt to try to paint what it would look like if you were in 4 dimensions. I love drama, and I would rather go through the throes and pangs and pinings after my love than to be detached. I remember I was probably about 8, and I was out. You were in, this is before I was welcomed in Aaron's room with you, sleep, and I was talking to Melinda about some deep stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember the door creeping open. Your foot just opened the door, and you wanted to hear what I was saying. Another buzzword is the singularity that's coming.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
The singularity when man will become God, when we will be immortal, right?
Right.
When we will actually fuse with machines and never again will our bodies deteriorate. If you're going to ask me something, especially if you're going to ask me something, opinion, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And you're going to get it straight. And you're not going to get it diluted. People out there, it's all about music. Like, it's about what resonates. Whatever you do, okay, go throughout your day. That's how you get the eidos moment, the carpe diem.
Yeah.
Go throughout your day, and it doesn't have to make sense. But what it has to do is it has to ring in your soul. Like, it has to bring out that passion or that fire. And your eyes have to light up and sparkle, and you have to feel expansive. And once you find that, dig into it. Yeah. Attach it to your body somehow, like your spirit. Carry it with you.
Yeah.
And you will become greater. You will understand what it's like to become quote unquote God. We carry this incredible light. Mm-hmm. This incredible love light. And to try to convince people that it is within us We are born with it. It is innate. You do not need to read anything about it. All you need is to listen. I always tell my friends this, that my greatest year was when I was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I really started experimenting, making little experiments. I would be playing in the ditch, trying to cut open frogs to see what's making them run and function. Helping, like I just remember kids my own age, helping them swing, like they didn't know how to pump their legs, right? And I was like, you gotta pump your legs. Or I remember just being so in tune with what was going on. I feel like anything's possible. I feel like I'm traveling through space, and every thought I have is affirmative, and it is accomplished. So yeah, I mean, this is demystifying spirituality.
With hope, all my dreams might come true. Now, with faith, there isn't the bitterness. And that's what I need in life. I want my coffee, I want my Guinness, but I also want my honey. So all I'm saying is that I believe you get love and you get faith with hope, because within hope, you can hope that you will have love. You can hope that you will have faith. It's the most powerful thing in the universe, I think, is love. And it can wound. Many people don't see that as love. Most people probably don't, but I tell my friends, believe me, I know this hurts, but I am loving you right now. I'll be outside smoking and listening to Once Upon a West, the soundtrack from the score by Ennio Morricone. And my God, just thinking about the people in my life and the love I have and the romance, and I surrender to it. I think that's precisely what happens to me. It's what happens if I start thinking in the mindset of the typical person that has been selected for, we would call that neurotypical. I get boxed in.
Right.
And my mind wants to be free. That's precisely what's happening. It's like, I think like that U2 song, All That You Can't Leave Behind. You're bringing it all together into the now. We all carry the light of the spirit within us, and we all might go on different bunny trails. The problem is only when somebody says, this is it. This is the whole thing there is. It's important to go with the spirit, and wherever the spirit leads, it will take you to a land that's pathless.
Pathless land.
To wonderful vistas.
I know, and you have your children, right? You have your babies, and like they're like everything. Like, holy cow, look at I just reproduced this thing, and it's like me, and it's full of life for a brief period. We are these beautiful flowers, right? Just reaching out to the sun.
Oh yeah.
After all is said and done, I'm looking at you right now, brother, and that's what it is.